when the Facebook groups started kind of coming around in, 2018,
Hmm.
2019, 2017, that area, what we did was we went in and befriended a lot of the Facebook admins and moderators and whatnot and built relationships. That's the key.
Hmm.
Build a relationship with the people who control the content. And then
And what types of groups were these?
yeah, so basically what we did is we went into like chainsaw groups. We went
Hmm.
into tractor brand groups. We went into forestry groups. We went into utility groups,
Hmm.
and and kind of just introduced ourselves to begin with. Um, Now, can you go in there and just say, "Hey, I'm such and such, and I want to do this"? Absolutely not. It's a painstaking, not for the faint of heart. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword type of deal. When we first started out, nobody had heard of any kind of product like this.
Hmm.
So one of our problems, actually, one of our partners is B&W Trailer Hitches
Hmm.
out of Humboldt, Kansas. They're worldwide known as probably the best trailer hitch manufacturing company in the world. Um, Quality, quality, quality. So what they were thinking about partnering with us at the very beginning, but what they came back and said was, "We love the product, we love the idea, but do you have any idea how much effort and work it's going to take to change the way the industry thinks?"
Hmm.
Um, that being said, the reason why that is the chainsaw world is not something where you just come in and pick up a chainsaw and
Hmm.
go to town. You're going to get killed.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You really need to have somebody mentor you and whatnot. Well, we had our dilemma was how do we change the thought process and the market of trying to teach them that this is the new way.
Hmm.
It was, when we started out, it was, well, my dad didn't do it that way, or my uncle Joe didn't teach me how to cut wood
Hmm.
this way, so I'm not going to do it that way. And then, so what we did is we sent product to these, not necessarily the influencers at first. It was just to the gatekeepers of the information
Okay.
on Facebook groups.
Hmm.
You need to realize who the right people are to talk to, I think,
Yeah.
a lot of times. And then once we established relationships throughout the whole industry, we didn't have to go back and say, well, no, it's not a stupid idea because look at these value added options. Look at the value that we're adding to this. Well, we didn't have to do that anymore because we had literally thousands and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people on the social media platforms going, they did it for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have to fight the battle anymore.
Yeah. They were talking you up. They
They were,
were, yeah.
yes, you go in and you get your early adapters.
Hmm.
That's one of the key things. You find your early adapters and don't ask them to promote it or anything
Hmm.
like that. Just say use it.
Yeah.
Use it for a while. Let me know what your thoughts are. Come back to me. Yeah, positive and
Hmm.
negative.
Yeah.
Everybody just expects to hear the positive, and that's not what you need to hear
Yeah. The
a lot
negative is
of
the
times.
feedback that
Yes,
helps
I mean,
you adjust.
yeah. For instance, like we originally had the scabbard without the tool holder attached to it.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things people were like, I love it. It's just I just have my chainsaw with me, and I don't have any way to sharpen it while I'm out in the field, and I don't have any way to tighten a chain.
Hmm.
It's the small little things like that.
Hmm.
And we changed the design of the scabbard, and next thing by listening to the people who we trust,
Hmm.
it's they share the information with us, and in return, we keep them supplied with
Yeah.
product. And it's all about relationships.
Yeah, and then the side benefit to that, like you mentioned, is that they will start talking it up for you. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
look at what he did just for me. I requested this,
exactly.
addition to put my tools in, and then and then or if there's conversations happening on in those groups about a certain thing, one of your customers now would can jump in and say, "Hey, look, I recommend you use the saw hall,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
for these reasons, and I'm a user myself, so you could trust me." That's the best kind of marketing you could get. Is that we're even
Absolutely.
it's that's word of mouth. It's digital, but it's still word of mouth, and it's
Right.
your customers talking about you, not you talking about you.
Yes. I
But
mean,
it took a long time to build that.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, that's 5 years in the making. Well, probably more than that. 5 to 6 years in the making of, you know, how many thousands of sleepless nights of,
Yeah.
just
And answering people's comments, like
yeah.
responding to comments one to one. And people don't realize it's how much work that is, but how valuable it could be to spend an hour on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and just have conversations with everybody that's in the industry, but offering value, right? Not
Yeah.
promoting and saying, "Hey, buy our stuff." You're
Yes.
giving them tips and tricks.
Give more than you take.
Mhm.
Just a quick little reference on how well that worked is like every time that we go out on the road, we're getting recognized by, I mean, like I was telling you a while back, like we're in Walmart and, a guy walks up and he's like, that's all Kitty. Like, what are you doing? I mean, you can't buy that type of marketing.
Yeah.